Hello, YouTube. Home Theater Joe here. Gonna put my MMA hat on today, but as usual, I hope y'all are happy, healthy, and doing well. Have a couple of things to talk about MMA news stuff, MMA news, if we can call it that. Before I do, I'd like to say a couple of things. One, I get a lot of people asking me about this shirt sometimes, so I figured I'd show it to you. This is the Church of Horror. Uh, T-shirt. Obviously, you can see all the iconic characters on it, man. A lot of people say stuff about it, so I figured I'd give you a good look at it. Anyway, number two, um, I love MMA. Anybody watching this stuff probably knows that, but I am going to give a shout out right now to the Weasel. Great channel here on YouTube. I think Keon is the gentleman's name that runs the channel. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly or saying it correctly. But I'm a big fan. The guy Keon, his MMA IQ is through the roof. It's really good. His analysis, his breakdowns, top notch, man. So if you guys enjoy MMA, head on over to the Weasel. Check his stuff out. Really good. All right, let's get into some of this newsy stuff. Let me go ahead and share this screen for you. Go ahead and share that. We'll hide that. All right. This is very unfortunate, man. Cain Velasquez. So yesterday, obviously, I saw the news like so many others did, involved in a shooting. One person was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. That was about it. An hour or so ago, maybe 2 hours ago, I saw some updates on the story, and Cain Velasquez has been booked, as you can see here, on attempted murder charges after alleged shooting. Now, I did not realize this until I looked this up, but what I'd seen today, the update I had gotten was that he was arrested and that they were holding him without bail. Y'all, that's never a good thing. That would imply to me that this wasn't maybe a case of self-defense, that they feel like for whatever reason he acted in a manner that's not becoming. So obviously the investigating officers will relay their information to a bailiff or even a judge, and that person, I'm sorry, a magistrate or a judge, and that person, it's usually the magistrate, I think, that makes that decision before they get to a judge, which would be some kind of arraignment or something. Listen, I'm not a legal person. I shouldn't even be talking that stuff. But anyway, this is not good, y'all. Attempted manslaughter, or excuse me, attempted murder, no bail. Uh, the only good thing I think I can say is that nobody's lost their life as of now. That's a good thing. But other than that, all bad for Cain Velasquez. We're just going to have to give this some time. Uh, and see what the information says as it comes out. Obviously, we'll have to wade through a lot of not so accurate stuff, but it generally takes a couple weeks, y'all, a few weeks before we get any real information about something like this. So maybe keep that in mind. Let's kind of shift gears, try to transition out of that to UFC 272. Obviously, this is a big fight card. Many people want to see Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal, and who can blame them for that? But the big news here is with the co-main event. Um, and it says here this was at lightweight. Okay. All right. I should have known that. But Rafael Fiziev, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Pardon me again. No disrespect if I'm getting that wrong. He's come down with a case of the, well, you know. So he's not going to be able to make it. And obviously, we want to wish him well, a speedy recovery, and hope to see him in the near future. So nothing but well wishes for him and his team. Uh, Hopefully, we'll see him soon. And of course, with this news comes the news of Islam Makhachev throwing his hat in the ring, saying, "Hey, I'll do it at 170." This is brilliant, I think, by Islam. What a calculation! Get people talking about him, and I've seen a lot of people react. Oh, Uncle Chael, well, he's over there on his little bad guy productions talking about it. I mean, I do love Uncle Chael, but I think that's a little stretch, and he should know better. So should a lot of these other MMA guys talking about this. Okay, and MMA reporters. Yeah, we would all love to see RDA versus Islam Makhachev. But I don't see it happening. Um, for one, Islam is way too close to the title shot at 155. A fight at 170 doesn't do him any favors, and I don't think fighting Desanios right now, RDA, does him any favors. I think there's no way that his manager would sign off on this. I don't think there's any way that Dana White would sign off on this. Let me make my ultimate point here. The UFC is now in the business of making champions. They don't really care about your everyday, ordinary, run of the mill fighter. They don't even care about your top five fighter. They are looking for prospects. They're looking for people that they can mold into champions. And believe you me, like they did with Conor McGregor, they will give him an easier path to that championship or those championships. Let him collect them so they can make a bunch of money off of that cash cow, that star power. This is what the UFC has been doing now for quite some time. And I would say John Jones is really the first that I think they tried to build and groom into a long term champion, which tells us that the UFC is not interested in pure competition. The UFC is interested in box office, in the bottom line, and however much money they can pull in. So it does taint the pureness of the sport a good bit. Having said all that, I don't see Dana White in the UFC saying, okay, so go ahead, fight RDA 170, and hopefully you win, which, by the way, I'm sure he would be the favorite. But this is MMA, y'all, and stranger things have happened. Knowing that, I don't see Dana White signing off on it. I don't see the manager signing off of it. I don't even think Islam is really being that serious about it. I just think it's a brilliant, brilliant move by him to keep his name in the conversation as it was coming off the Bobby Green fight, which was a great performance by him. I really wanted to do a video on just the fight between Islam and Bobby Green, but this has kind of overshadowed that. So I just kind of decided, but let's be real for a second here. Bobby Green, who I've come to really know and love recently, he's 35 years of age. He's sitting at his rank was 12. Um, and to be honest, Bobby Green, I think, has only fought 3 times. This was what his fourth, fifth fight in the last 2, 3 years. So not a whole lot of activity for Bobby Green going on. Let's see if we can. No, it won't give me Bobby Green. But um, nevertheless, a fun one. Like I'm not. I really respect Bobby Green. And I think Islam learned that from Bobby. I think Islam's like, wow, Bobby Green got a lot of love for stepping up taking this fight. I should just throw my head in this ring and get some more love. Good calculated decision from Islam. I love that decision from him. But I'm pretty sure he knows that that's not realistic. So good on him. That shows good calculation. That shows adaptation. Like this guy's very smart. Which little side note here. Hey, I've been thinking lately. I've been kicking this around. Maybe that's why Habib ultimately stepped down. They're good friends. They trained together. They have been for a long time, and now Habib coaches him. And his team coaches Islam. They're still all together. Maybe Habib thought, I should just go ahead and step out of the way. Don't you find it funny that Habib walks around plus 200 pounds? We know Islam does, but Habib never even thought about going to 170. That's a little strange. These guys aren't unbeatable, y'all. Like everybody thinks they are, but whatever. That's a different discussion for a different day. One more time, I will remind y'all that I believe one of Islam's best attributes right now is he is I think the current uh, Sambo champion, national Sambo champion, or world Sambo champion at his weight. That's no easy task, y'all. That's top 1% of the 1%. So everybody wants to talk about Islam's wrestling and how good that is, the chain wrestling and blah blah blah. We don't really talk about how well he uses the cage and the fence, how well he uses his environment, and how well he cuts off people from the Dagestani wrestler. But a lot of the wrestling you see Islam doing and being successful at, a lot of that is mixed up crossed up with Sambo, submission fighting. So it's not really just the Dagestani wrestling. I'm sorry, I've been thinking about this for a while. It's not just the Dagestani wrestling, chain wrestling techniques. You have a brilliant Sambo technician here as well. And when you combine those two, man, this guy's going to be tough for a lot of people, y'all. So anyway, listen, I think I've been going on and on about this stuff. I guess I probably didn't need to uh, do it that long, right? But it did, and it felt good. I love talking MMA. I got to do it more, so I'm probably gonna. But this is the part where I'd like to say that anything I've said here, hey, look, I'm just a dumb old floor man from Virginia. I don't really. Hey, I'm just saying how I feel here. So if some of you out there feel differently or have a different opinion, please put it in the comment section right down there below. Good, bad, or indifferent. Hey, I don't mind. I think discussion is a good thing. So differing opinions often make for a good discussion. So that's cool with me. If you do agree, that's cool too. Hey, we can all, you know, get along. Yeah. So I think that's about it. You guys know what time it is. As always, thank you for listening. Be good. Be safe. Boom. MMA Joe.